Hello everyone and welcome back to my The General Hospital 24 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Harrison Chase and Lulu Spencer could have an adversaries to suckers story in the workshop. Will Lulu and Chase come a new pairing that sizzles down the road? Many months agone, Chase admitted to Brooke Lynn Quartermaine that he'd a crush on Lulu when he first moved to city. It was an odd concession that felt like it could be leading to commodity more. Of course, Chase's old crush is long gone at the moment. Suckers saw some violent scenes in the March occasion when Chase advised Lulu to keep quiet about Dante Falconeri being the father of Brooke Lynn's baby. Chase also told Lulu to stop draining Brooke Lynn and made a vaticination about arresting her if she didn't adhere to his warnings. Lulu and Chase were thrown into major conflict, but they were good scene mates who maybe had the eventuality for that adversaries to suckers story we mentioned. Could Chase and Lulu get paired up romantically nearly down the line? Dante Falconeri will feel betrayed by all parties involved once the verity about his firstborn child comes out. It'll surely leave Dante feeling like someone should have stepped up and told him everything. Brooke Lynn will inescapably face counter-reaction along with Cody Bell, but Chase and Lulu won't get off the hook moreover. Chase is Dante's mate and close chum, so Dante's going to cloud over his silence. Likewise, Lulu is Dante's partner and remains a friend. Dante is always going to have a special connection with Lulu, so he's going to be dissatisfied in her for withholding similar huge information. It's easy to imagine Chase and Lulu relating over their regrets, formerly Dante's bashing them both. That could pave the way for Lulu and Chase to eventually bond over commodity differently once the whole verity comes out. Dante may ultimately get once Brooke Lynn's deception, especially once they realize Giovanni Gio Palmieri is their son. Brooke Lynn, Dante, Gio, and indeed Rocco Falconeri will have to make up for lost time as they form a family unit. Chase may feel like a stranger once that happens, and Lulu could smell that her dream of reuniting with Dante is slipping away. One thing could lead to another and beget Chase to land in bed with Lulu ultimately. Nethermost line, the show's established that Chase was formerly attracted to Lulu. The rearmost sweepstakes sparks could be setting up more sizzling sparks laterally, so we'll see how it all plays out. Some romantic shakeups are still to come in Port Charles, so stay tuned for updates on any instigative news ahead. Brennan to prognosticate Jocelyn Jack's failure. Ezra Boyle has a conflict with Laura Collins plus Valentine Cassadine turns to Alexis Davis. During the week of March 24th, suckers can anticipate Jocelyn to get a stern lecture from Brennan. In an exercise clip, Brennan seems to prognosticate Jocelyn's failure. The WSB master tells the agent in training that she'll no way come an agent if she tells Carly Spencer about any of this. Jocelyn was venting in Friday's occasion about having to construct stories to her favored bones. So, Joss needs to get with the program or she'll get the charge. With Carly lately surviving poisoned champagne, Jocelyn will have questions. Brennan won't want Jocelyn to learn too important information yet. Still, at some point, Carly is going to connect the blotches. What happens when Jocelyn has to leave on a charge? What if Carly tries to visit her at council? There are only so numerous fake passages one council pupil can take. In Friday's occasion, actor Daniel Cosgrove first appeared as Councilman Ezra Boyle. The councilman will be viewed as a possible supporter in the eyes of Drew King Quartermaine. Still, it's stated that Ezra will have a tense hassle with Laura Collins. Indeed, Jordan Ashford mentioned Ezra sounded muddy. So, it sounds like Ezra and Drew could get on. At the same time, first appearances can occasionally be deceiving. Maybe Ezra will be the idol in the story. Alexis asks Valentine what he thinks she can do for him. Anna Devane is reminded of her history with Valentine. Brennan and Carly talk about their future. Still, Lucas Jones opens up to Elizabeth Liz Baldwin. Lucas is really upset about Carly's love with Brennan. Latterly, Liz turns to Rick Lansing for help. Meanwhile, Ava Jerome gains the upper hand. Tracy Quartermaine grills Brooke Lynn Quartermaine. Ned Quartermaine announces his plan. Away, Lulu Spencer makes an admission. It's also stated that Felicia Scorpio confronts Sasha Gilmore Corbin. Meanwhile, Emma Scorpio Drake makes a bold move. Nina Reeves and Willow Corinthos are sitting in Drew Quartermain's new house, drooling about what Willow's coming move is going to be. Drew has dragooned her to bring her kitties and move into the house with him, commodity that Nina is desperately trying to stop from passing. So much so that she has offered to buy Willow a home for herself and the kitties. Willow appreciates Nina's offer, but she has decided to move in with Drew anyway. Nina asks her to review and eventually tells her point blank that she does this she'll lose her kitties. Willow believes that she and Michael Corinthos are on good terms and that he'll be okay with her moving in with his uncle. Nina tries in tone but can't get through to her. After Willow leaves the house, Nina sneaks back by and starts looking through Drew's safe to see what he's hiding. Ava Jerome stops at Alexis Davis's office while she and Christina Corinthos are agitating Valentine Cassadine. Ava explains that Alexis is her last resort and that because her alimony payments were terminated she's in fiscal ruin. Since Alexis wouldn't give her the plutocrat that was awarded to her, Ava asks her for a loan. She explains that the IRS is about to indurate her means and take everything because of the property levies that she owes. Ava is willing to pay interest on every bone. But Alexis still says no, in part because Christina is behind her screaming at Ava and still criminating her of killing her baby. Ava calmly handles the situation and before leaving, she suggests that Alexis stop fueling Christina's visions. Elizabeth Baldwin comes downward to find Lucky Spencer gone from her settee. Rather, he's coming in the frontal door. The two had planned a romantic evening but also kept getting intruded until Lucky eventually crashed on the settee. They both rued the uneventful ending to the night, and Liz suggested that coming time Lucky she come upstairs rather than sleep on the settee. She also needs to get to work at GH and Lucky goes off to meet up with Christina. He catches up with her and gives her the redundant key for Charlie's and also they sit and talk for a bit. Christina fills Lucky in on her father's heart issues and how illegal it's that her baby failed, but Ava gets to have a life with her own son. Lucky agrees that none of it's fair, but suggests that she learn to deal with it. Drew's press conference is the content at General Hospital. Kai Taylor arrives at the sanitarium with Trina Robinson for his first sports action press conference with Drew and Portia Robinson. He's glad to be doing commodity important and when Drew sees him he respects him like crazy. He tells Kai that he'd make a great politician and Kai seems to contemplate it for a nanosecond. Trina asks her pater, Curtis Ashford, to advise Kai about Drew, and he does. Curtis tells Kai to be careful because Drew will make a bunch of pledges that he has no intention of keeping. The conference itself goes well and Drew takes every private occasion to push Portia to do and say exactly what he wants her to. Portia made it through the day but isn't feeling great about it. Ava stops to see her and understands that Drew principally has Portia jumping through his loops. Portia may have the upper hand however because Drew's medical map is hidden on her office and it seems to have commodity of value to her in it. Jason Morgan and Valentine Cassadine are seated in an interrogation room at PCPD, when Jason wants to know everything that Valentine can tell him about Jack Brennan if he talks. Also Jason says that perhaps he'll do him a favor laterally, and Valentine takes the deal. He tells him that Jack has always been a WSB Joe and he thinks that he runs the whole office. He says that Carly Spencer has really gotten under his skin because Jack nearly killed him over Carly, not for the WSB. Valentine says that Jack has adversaries each over the world so Carly can no way be safe with him. After Jason leaves also Alexis arrives. Valentine tells her that she's a brilliant attorney but that he doesn't suppose she can help he fairly. Rather, he needs her help in a different way. Carly is still recovering in General Hospital when Lucas Jones visits, and brings her a bag from home. It's now his turn to try to move her that being around Jack is far too dangerous. He tells her that she has too numerous people that need her, including him, for her to be willing to take any pitfalls. After Lucas leaves, Jason walks into Carly's room and tells her that her relationship with Jack is over.